This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Baylor Bears and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Now here's Lagway. Pocket breaking down. Keeps it going. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Powers through the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Now on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. There's some room. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Lagway. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. They're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
He's got him. Still running up for 40. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, NC State!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Lagway to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The run inside. It's Turner. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball hawk.
On the draw, it's Scott. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to him. Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And I like the thought process of an offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball.
Caught, and he's got room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. No one...
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Lagway. Under fire. Trying to buy time. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Bears are in the hurry-up. Play fake, Lagway. Oh, they're after him. He's on the move. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Lagway wants to throw. He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Throws to the tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Shows him the stiff up. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot. Might have a chance. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Trying to run, it's Scott. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Running inside, it's Turner. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They feed him again. Makes him talk to the hand. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, Whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacked on the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Lagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quickly out to the tight end. Runs through a man, and he might have space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And his throw is incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing again, here's DJ Lagway. Got his man downfield. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Turner. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get the...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Here's Lagway to pass. Bringing the heat. Working on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
4th down, Lagway. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Makes the catch. Snags it and he's open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
To the air on first down. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Number 94, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to get the edge on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He'll try it again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got the back over the middle. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Griffin. Here's the pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Goss. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it flop.
Here's a little room there. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Griffin. Here's a throw downfield late. Upstairs, he's got it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Turner. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Makes the grab in their space. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, NC State. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Griffin. Under fire. At the 35, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Back to pass on second down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Wide. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Still snags it, and there's running room. Past the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it.